you're not owing on it, that will be your security or collateral that I will hold in order to do business with you. They break open your house one time, they rape your mother, they rape your father, they rape your brother, they rape your sister, they rape your auntie, they rape your auntie, they rob you of all your jewels, they take your car if you have a license firearm, they take your firearm and they go on with that. And those that are supposed to vote for this bill, for the next year, you all are pleased and it's okay with that. What are they smoking? You cannot come and tell Saieed, well hear this now, Saieed, mass mandatory, here we go, it comes to an end. And then you come and tell me, here we go on side. If you go to the supermarket, the grocery, or the malls, you have to wear your mask. Side, if you go to a pharmacy, you have to wear your mask. Side, if you're traveling, you have to wear your mask. If you're in the transportation hub, you have to wear your mask. If you go to the church side, you have to wear your mask. If you're in the school side, you're wearing your mask. If you go to a barber salon, you go to the theater, you're wearing your mask. Which dum-dum in Trinidad and Tobago will go in a theater and buy a popcorn and a juice and sit down and wear a mask? Dance! If every councillor go through their constituency, do video clips like this and send it for us, I'm gonna be so happy just to play it on our program on a Wednesday night. You know why I would be happy? I will be filled with joy in my heart. You know why? Because the councillor is getting off their butts and they are actually going and doing some live video shoots. Real Talk took the initiative to find out suppliers of wheat in the world that National Flour Mill could go to. So now Romano is saying the company is not going to raise any price in the near future. Why? Why? Is it because the S-boss and they realize now that, hey, it is in the public domain that we could go right Mexico and buy flour and wheat? We could go right China and buy wheat? I am about change. And thus far, Real Talk is very effective in Trinidad and Tobago, coming towards making changes for the citizens. Public Utility Minister Marvin Gonzalez have urged the population to appreciate and be grateful for the availability of the utilities. This, as Gonzalez recalled, time in his life when he had to fetch water using a bucket from a nearby river. Gonzalez, I want you to understand something. I want you, Mr. Gonzalez, to understand something. You are being paid thousands of dollars by public utility, by the finance ministry, to govern WASA. Come on. To govern WASA, I want you to understand that you ain't going in no office for no free code. You are being paid. Do not tell me that I, Saieed, have to be grateful for the water I get it. Let me tell you something, Gonzalez. Every 4 months, I have to pay $400 and I get water once a bloody month. So don't come on a media briefing and say, Saieed, you have to be contented. You have to be happy. Marvin, the next best thing for you to do is to resign and get the hell out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, viewers. It's Mashup Monday tonight. So, call your friends, call your family, let them know Real Talk is going live on Synergy Network from 7 to 8 p.m. viewers, nightly, and a rerun the next day from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So, viewers, the Minister of Finance, Colin Imbert, has announced that the budget will be presented in the Parliament on Monday, October 2nd at 1:30 p.m. So remember that the budget in Trinidad and Tobago has been announced. The date has been announced. It's on the 2nd of October, 2023 at 1 p.m. And the 2nd of October will be a Monday. Spread the word, viewers. Get your popcorn and sit down. You know, your little alcohol, wherever it is take, while the budget is going on. So that is for you. A little update. On November 21st, a High Court judge will deliver his decision in the lawsuit filed by UNC activist Ravi Balgobin Maharaj, challenging the one-year extension granted to Police Commissioner Earl Hayward Christopher. Maharaj was given permission to pursue his lawsuit against the Cabinet and the Attorney General. So that is going forward, viewers. On the 21st of November, we're going to hear the outcome of that. I myself would love to know what's taking place. We have a Commissioner of Police, 60 years, supposed to be relaxing home. So I'm asking myself now, is this why, or is this one of the reasons that they raised the working age to 65? Is this one of the reasons? Now we see how things rolling out. So you have 59 years, boom, you're clocking 60 by the end of this year, the beginning of next year, and they appoint you in an office. They appoint you in an office. So my question now to Trinidad and Tobago, did Erla knew she was going to be the Commissioner of Police before all this plan went into place? Not too long ago, they raised the retirement age from 60 to 65. Correct, old man? 60 to 65. So, was Erla aware that she was going to be crowned the Commissioner of Police at 60? So, Trinidad and Tobago, that is for you to think about. Now, Mirage is contending that the provision is inconsistent with Section 123 of the Constitution, which gives the PSC the power to recommend the appointed or removal of the Police Commissioner and Deputy Commissioner of Police be approved by the House of Representatives. So this is my question. This is my question. You know you're hitting 60. So all those people who are in government office and are favored by the Prime Minister, I could only imagine what is their age now. Is it 59 going to 60? And from 60, well, boom, shot you in the game, because retirement age is what? 65. 5 years more in the administration to make money. 5 years more to live the life on the up and up, I should say. So now Trinidad and Tobago, that is food for thought for you all. For you all. So think about it. It's sad, you know. It's really, really sad when you think about it. So, it's Bacchanal. We're going to start it off early. We're going to talk about the shortage of U.S. currency in Trinidad and Tobago. 238-6716 is the number to call in, viewers, to voice your concerns, voice your opinion, to talk about what? The shortage of Forex, which is US in Trinidad and Tobago. Friday evening, I believe, Republic Bank sent out a notice that all US credit card is going to be slashed by half. Hey, tonight is a fantastic night, you know. It's not Fantastic Friday, you know. No, it's Mashup Monday. Right here on Real Talk with Saieed Ali. So before we go into that topic, viewers, I just want to remind you that we at Real Talk are offering you 4% on fixed deposit. Remember that you're not getting that anywhere in Trinidad and Tobago. No financial institution is going to give you 4% on our fixed deposit. Remember also, you can be a member of the Real Talk Credit Union, viewers. We are a growing, stable company right here in Trinidad and Tobago. You know what to top it off? You know, how would they say, we put in the cherry on the ice cream or the cherry on the cake or something? A saying goes like that. You know what? I do spiritual work. So you think now, a man doing spiritual work, you think my business is going to crash? Think again. If God gave me the ability to do spiritual work, you think Real Talk going to crash? No. Real Talk. Real Talk have been on the airwaves for 5 years plus, and I have been funding this program and paying staff from my pocket. From my pocket, viewers. So very soon we're going to be the leading financial institution in Trinidad and Tobago. I believe we are already with 4% on fixed deposit. So match that, beat that, is only we doing it. Remember 4% on fixed deposit? If you want cash borrow, not a problem. Not a problem. As long as you have some form of collateral for we to hold, we're going to do business. And while talking about that, we have with people, you know, who we want to put on the airwave. We have 3 duckers. You know, when you go to play cricket and you miss the ball and I hit your wicket, they say you duck. So we have now my good friend Vinud. Venu Dipchan. Now viewers, Venu Dipchan, his last known address is apartment 4, Light Pole 76, John Street, Shogunas in Montrose. We are offering $10,000 for this car. $10,000 for this car. Let me tell you something. Anybody in Trinidad and Tobago get this car? It's $10,000 all I get in from side. Bring the car my compound and you get in it. Up next we have Narissa Mohammed. Narissa Mohammed. She wants to play hide and seek. You want to dress up all nice and fancy like Cinderella and you want to play hide and seek. It's sad, you know. It's sad. So I said I'm paying $10,000 to anybody who could find this car and bring it for me. It's a Toyota. PDZ 8917. Anybody in the public find that car. You find Narissa, you find the car. Now, Narissa's address, last address is P.O. Box 56, Pajra Extension Road in Tunapuna. Yep. Pajra Extension Road in Tunapuna. And we have here also Raquel Bain Sozano. We are from lot number 3, Solomon Street, Maya Road. Is the last known address. We are paying $10,000 for anybody who could bring this X-Trail. PCM 9482. 9482. So I understand, come at me. Now I understand that Raquel is in the army. Good? I understand that according to information. So I want to ask this question. If you're in the army, right? Now being in the army, meaning you will run down bandits. You will run down somebody who rob you. Correct? Viewers, correct me if I am wrong. You're in the protective service. Your job is to run down and catch criminal, bandits and think who robbing people. Good? So what is the difference between Raquel taking my money and going with it and ducking and hiding and she running down a criminal? What is the difference? Tell me. Somebody say something. Tell me. Caller, good night. Hello?
Hello?
Go right ahead, you're live.
Hey, Saieed, what's up?
I cool. How are you?
Are you okay? Just watching tricks and games playing with this foreign exchange.
Talk to me.
It's really crucial because when you're going to take a trip and go to take a vacation and you don't have credit card to use, therefore you have to use cash. And when you go to the bank, they're not giving you the 1 year 100 US, 2 years 100 US, and come back the next 2 weeks for another 200 US. That is ridiculous.
Correct.
And another thing I want to voice my opinion is this NIS where people that will reach retirement age now, they were saying next January to collect it. Right? And what will happen with people who reach 61, 62? Is they entitled to collect the NIS at 60 or it goes up to 65?
I feel you will have to wait until 65 to collect your benefits. Because normally at the age of 60, they say you would retire and collect your benefits, correct?
That's correct. You can get past your contribution.
Exactly, no. So when they raise the retirement age from 60 to 65, I guess you will have to wait till 65 to collect, but how many people are going to live to 65 now?
Exactly so, because of diabetes and hypertension and the strokes and different things. But tell me something, but this isn't passed in Parliament yet.
Huh?
This is not passed in Parliament yet. That's why we still have a commissioner there, because it is passed in Parliament yet.
Let me tell you something, they're smart, you know. They're smart. So my friend, thank you for calling. So Trinidad and Tobago, the Minister of Finance, Colin Mimwood, have stated that he will hold discussion in the near future with central bank, commercial banks, and the business community to discuss the cause and effects of increased demand for foreign exchange. Keep in mind, in Trinidad and Tobago, we have a closed market. Keep in mind, in Guyana, it's an open market. Good. The minister said the meeting will also focus on the strategies to deal with the current challenges and the most appropriate policy for the allocation, management, and distribution of foreign currency, as well as strategies to increase the repatriation of forex earned overseas by local business and foreign business operating in Trinidad and Tobago. So I go tell you something, they go want to create a policy now. Every businessman in Trinidad who have money in the US and Canada and other countries that is US account, they go want to create that policy now to take your money from there and bring it to Trinidad. Because they want to use your money, because you cannot get your money now. Good. So here it is. Imbert said, the issue was not only about the availability of foreign exchange this year compared to previous years, but also one of demand. The minister added that there are several reasons for the increased demand, including the growth in the economy, which he say is driving business to expand their operation. Somebody don't want to open a 10 by 10 business for 100 years. No, they want to open a business that will continue to be growing, to profit more and more as the years and the months go by. Colin, how long you are a Minister of Finance? How long you need the money industry? You now come up with this term, or you now coming to your senses? Which one? I don't know. So hear this now. He said, there has been an explosion in online shopping over the last several years. Why is this? Caller, good night.
Good night, Saieed. This
Talk
is
to me.
The imitation vaccine video. A decision Colin Imbert and the current president made is coming to bite them. Just like Nikon, how Nikon batting and the reviving the
Hey, I hear Nikon with the government millions. You heard that?
Yeah. It's the reviving of O'Halloran and Malcolm Jones. But let me get back to Colin Imbert.
Talk to me.
Remember when they fired Rambaran? Rambaran was managing foreign exchange and he was telling us who using it. All them big boys are feeling the pinch, you know, because they're getting foreign exchange in Trinidad.
Correct.
And they're going to fleece Guyana because Bahar Jagra say the business coming across there. So them thing, you know, feeling the pressure is the small business, the
Correct.
SME. And Colin Imbert and business about that. He talking about credit card and people using a lot of that. You know why people using a lot of that? Because they can't get the goods and services they want here locally.
Correct.
When you want a good computer, who gain it to you here? It's a pound and a crown you have to pay 3 times the price. You bring it in, and he's supposed to do an analysis and see what is the product and services people use the credit card for. And quickly, I want to talk about this. The Prime Minister asking the Honorable Opposition Leader to meet with him. I agree with that, but he must come with his hands clean and his mouth clean. First thing he should do, should have fire Fitzgerald Hines. The country is crying out for the removal of Hines.
Yes.
And he insists that Hines go. But I want it to be on the agenda for the UNC. The first thing is to fire Hines and get Gary on that. Gary is the only police commissioner that has stood up to the political directorate. No other police commissioner.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. So Trinidad and Tobago, Imbert said there has also been an explosion in online shopping over the last several years, which is driving up the usage of US dollar. US dollar. Now, that will dominate now the credit card, and consumers take advantage of the availability of cheaper goods overseas. So I want to ask Colin Imbert something. If there's a watch for $500 in Trinidad and Tobago, right? And there's the very same watch online for $20 US. Which one you gonna buy, Colin? No, I'm asking a fair question, you know. I'm asking a very, very fair question. Which one are you gonna buy, Colin? You're gonna use a credit card to purchase the one for $20? It should only come out about $120. And let's just say shipping is $100. Like $220. So you're saving almost $280 in your pocket. Come on, call him in, Bert. Don't let people embarrass you concerning maths, which you are the finance minister, because you know I will do it. I might be the only one in Trinidad and Tobago will do it. So here's the best part now, viewers. Previously, Vice President Barra Jagdeo stated that Trinidad and Tobago has a shortage of foreign exchange currency and that Trinidadian businessmen are using foreign currency in Guyana to pay for goods because of, listen to this.
The fact remains is that today, a lot of Trinidadian companies now, because of intense foreign currency shortage in Trinidad, and they have exchange controls, which we don't have, because we have an open market. They have a managed market because of shortages. For months and months, people can't get foreign currency in that country. So what has we notice a trend here is that people, Trinidadian companies, or some Trinidadian companies, are procuring large quantity of goods for their business in Guyana and in Trinidad and paying from here, making payments from here to their suppliers. So they're utilizing our foreign currency to make those payments.
And Tobago, you know how that came about? I believe this came about when there was a news reporter asked the Prime Minister some questions, and the Prime Minister asked the reporter if we were checking in Guyanese dollar. In Guyanese dollar. You want to condemn the Guyanese dollar. Why? Why are you condemning the Guyanese dollar? That means the same Guyanese people, all you went to ask them to buy the refinery in Trinidad and Tobago. And what I tell all you? No, keep on the refinery. We building our own. We building our own. So here it is now, Trinidad and Tobago. Is oil in Guyana versus no oil in Trinidad. What you think gonna happen? What you think gonna happen? And Guyana will grow while we depleting? Now we don't even have foreign currency to supply our businessmen in Trinidad and Tobago, a population of 1.4 million people, but Guyana have millions of people, and what they have? They have an open market. Imagine, according to Jagdeo, we Trinidadian going across there to buy US to pay their who? Their suppliers. Millions of people in Guyana. We only have 1.4 million people down here, and we can't even service them. We can't even service them. So here it is now. Here it is. However, Trinidad and Tobago High Commissioner of Guyana, Conrad Inel, stated that there is no evidence to sustain claims by Jagdeo that Trinidad has a shortage of foreign exchange. Listen to this.
I think the point that he makes, though, that I do not agree with is about Trinidad and Tobago's foreign currency shortage. The fact is that the way you measure the ability of a country to survive is based on its months of import cover. Based on the data that is currently available, I have seen Guyana to have 1.4 months of cover, and I've seen Trinidad to have moved from 12 months to 8.5 months. In those circumstances, there is no data that I have seen that can support the statement made. So from that perspective, I simply think that the Vice President would have been told certain things, and he would have simply indicated that this is what he'd been told.
So Trinidad and Tobago, Inel said there is no shortage, and he doesn't know where Jagdeo got that information from. You understand? But Republic Bank said, we're trying to get a snapshot of what Republic released. Let me tell you something. In Trinidad and Tobago, you see those in authority? Those in authority, let me tell you something. They're playing games with all you. They're playing games with all you. Let me tell you something, Them ain't business who have and who we have. So here it is now. You hear Barra Jagdeo? where Trinidadian businessmen come in Guyana to purchase their US dollar because it's an open market, anybody could buy. In Trinidad, the Prime Minister said no shortage US. Frankenberg said no shortage of US. Conrad Daniel said he don't know where Jagdev got his information from. So if there is no shortage of US currency in Trinidad and Tobago, listen to this. The TNT's largest bank, Republic Bank Limited, has advertised to its customers that it was cutting in half the maximum US dollar spending limit per billing cycle on their Republic Bank credit card. What does that tell you? If you have $10,000, they're splitting it. You're taking off half, you're getting $5,000 to spend. If you have $2,000 US for the month on your credit card, you're getting $1,000. So every amount you have on a credit card, it has been slashed by half. If you have 500, they're slashing it at 250. Now, this is from Republic Bank, you know. This is not from Colin and Burt, you know. No, this is from Republic Bank. Call a good night.
Good night, Mr. Said.
Go right ahead.
Keeping the citizens informed to make good decisions in life. But what NL supposed to be telling the citizen of this country, what he did with almost $1 billion of our foreign exchange and investment.
They can't explain that.
His excuse was it was a bad investment and he was the dictator defending him. A bad investment. Anyway, this president we have in this country that defending politicians and praising politicians in this country for the opening of the law term, that politicians work so hard and politicians are committed. Lady, you praising incompetence, inefficiency, bad management. That is what this lady is praising. Citizens, listen to this lady, you know, what she said, you know. You know, but smiling, you know, and he said the best speech he ever hear in this country from our president is that president's speech. You believe this? You know, man, I don't know where we are, you know, Mr. Said. You keep up informing the citizens of what's happening in the country. Keep up the great work. God bless.
Thank you, my friend. So here is now, viewers, in an email notice to its customers, which was reproduced on its website, RBL advised that the US dollar credit card limit would be reduced from 10,000 US to 5,000 US effective September 21st, 2023. However, the reason for the reduction in the US dollar credit card limit, which is until further notice, was not provided in communication. So they just come out and tell you, whap shot. Without communication, we're going to undo that. RBL stated that this change includes transactions conducted outside of TNT as well as all international online transactions, including transactions where the chosen billing currency is TT dollar. Caller, good night.
Very good evening to you, Mr. Said.
To you, my friend.
So if anybody know Conrad and Hill, if you know Conrad and Hill, I planning to travel soon, and if there is not a shortage according to him, I would like to know where I could get some US currency to buy all of it.
Thank you, my friend. So continuing in Republic Bank. Additionally, RBL said the limit on its prepaid VTM credit would be adjusted downwards effective October 1st, 2023. The maximum VTM card balance will be reduced from 5,000 US to 3,000 US. All I hear that? Small business, all I look out. While online VTM load will reduce from 1,000 US to $500. Small business, what going on with all you? All you want money? Check Conrad and Hill. He said there's no shortage and he have no idea where Jagdev got his information from. So when I hear these men and them come up on media conference and on radio and on television and they're telling you, hey, for Apple, don't, let me tell you something. It may not be for Apple. Everybody in Trinidad and Tobago know there's a shortage of US currency. The only man who don't know that is Conrad Inil. Conrad Inil. Barrett Jack, the vice president of Guyana, he in Guyana and he know what's going on. He know what's going on here. But Conrad Inil, who living in Trinidad and Tobago, don't know what's going on. And then he want to tell me now, oh, side, you're talking nonsense and you're misinforming the public? Really? Take that in your waist now. What are you going to tell Trinidad and Tobago? You should put a bag over your head now when you walk in the street. Or you feel afraid to talk? No, I'm afraid to talk. I am a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago. What? Born and bred right here. Right here. The decision by Republic Bank to limit the amount of money that can be spent on foreign goods and service was bitterly criticized. We must criticize that. You know how much small business now going and close down? You know how much small business now going and let go workers because their demand very soon they will not be able to meet it. You will tell me from 5,000 to 3,000? There's workers going home. There's a slash in the economy in Trinidad and Tobago. Call it good night.
Good night, Said. Good night, Said.
Go right ahead.
Said, this government that we have here, it comes like bear, Nancy and monkey with a soup. Because they don't know what they're doing. You understand what I said? Hines have the right name, you know. He behind everybody. She have the whole parliament behind. You should change them to Hines. They play the fool. You telling me that people suffer, they cannot have food. Then you walk down in Shagwanas and in main road, you see people begging.
Correct.
You walk so I see people begging. They're saying, I eat for the morning, I can't buy food, it's a little short in their hand. Yeah, and Solomon Gomorrah will get up and condemn the generation because that's what they were doing in Solomon Gomorrah, the same population as Trinidad and Tobago. This government have to answer to God. I mean, they're playing the fool. The police commissioner talking about these ministers listening to people. Man, look, woman, you talking Spanish or you talking French? We people stupid or what? Look at the road in Blackson Bay here.
Correct.
Mile and mile traffic jam, I living here. Because you're seeing the minister, we have a minister here that's doing the election, local government election. We have seen again says that come on now, he walked the road. We can't talk to him, you're calling me again, no answer. I mean, people need in this country to wake up and smell the roses. These fellas that are not committing crime and doing stupidness, let them get up a placard wrong the parliament, wrong the Red House. I do this already. Let them get up and go and tell the government that we can't take it anymore. Instead of only going to trying to rob the innocent people and the road, I believe that is how we're going to meet the need. This government have a lot to answer. And I'm not sure not have gone there to talk no crime with them. Because Griffith was going up for commissioner of police. She never support him.
Thank you, my friend. So viewers, we're going for a short commercial break. But before we go for that break, we want to say Vinud. I want to say my good friend Vinud. Vinud lives at apartment 4, Light Pole 76, John Street, Chagonas, Montrose. So I am paying $10,000 to anybody who bring this car for me. PEA 578. And I hear they hiding and ducking. You see me, director, just come back to me a few seconds. You see me? I laughing. I happy. People borrowing money. I making profit. Business on the move. But these people now, they want to play hide and seek. So now, they really have to hide because people will be seeking them. And when you see time getting hard now, 10,000 just for a car? No, sir, how are you going, darling? I hear people swing by there and see you. I hear people swing by there and see you. So Morrison, last known address now, or known address, P.O. Box 56, Paja Extension Road in Tunapuna. So I am paying $10,000 to anybody who bring this car to me also. This car also $10,000. Imagine all I want to rob a man like Saieed. All I realize Saieed on television. Only I realize all of us stink up. Only I realize the public will realize all of try to rob Saieed. No, it don't go down so. All the character just went down the drain. You blaming me? No, I have permission to do what I doing. You know why? I'm a licensed money lender. And Raquel Bain Sozano, La 3, Solomon Street, Mayaro. I am also paying $10,000 for this X-Trail. She used this as collateral. Now I understand she in the army, but she job had nothing to do with this. But she had to have recommendations. She had to have a job letter. You understand? And it says she in the army. But the thing is, if you work in any protective service and you running down bandit, Raquel, what do you think you do to Saieed? When you take Saieed money and you run and you duck and you hide, what you do? You better than a bandit? I'm asking you. And I'm asking the nation, is she better than a bandit? No. You class yourself the same thing. So technically now everybody in Trinidad and Tobago know you try to rob Saieed. You don't want to drop my money. You don't want to drop your vehicle which you use. And you see how lenient I was with earlier? But you decide you want to run and you want to play hide and seek. All you want to play hide and seek with a man who on television. All you know, all you get light up. All you know, all a picture will go on national television and everybody would see it. All you realize all a vehicle will go up on national television, which I will be looking for. And by rights, according to the document, all you sign, those vehicles presently we consider repossessed. When the bank repossess your house, they don't tell you stay in it, you know. When they come to repossess your car, you can't tell them nothing, you know. So we're going for a short commercial break, viewers. We'll be right back after this.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtor Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtor Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday. Realtor Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtor Group of Companies building at number 14 Carney Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook.
So welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. Remember, you are viewing the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago. We are always on top of our game. Always on top of our game. Bringing interesting topics to you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, so we could communicate. Yeah, we could come. Can you do that? Only with us. So here it is. Nike Energy has been forced to put its plant to sleep. It is now offline because it has neither natural gas nor permission to run it. On August 14th, the government, through the Trinidad and Tobago Upstream Downstream Energy Operation Company Limited, terminated its contract with the company over a sum owed to the government. August 21st, Justin Kevin Ramcharan denied Naikwan an injunction to compel the state to supply natural gas to the plant. Without natural gas contract in place, Naikwan's goal to get its gas to liquid GTL plant fully operational has grounded to a halt at this time. In communication with investor, founders, and Chief Visionary Officer Ansel Gill stated that the GTL plant had been placed into an asset-preserving silent mood. Without money to pay off the debit, Naikwan cannot secure another natural gas contract, neither with any companies or even NGC. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley suggested that the government had no reason to see Naikwan fail, as Naikwan and the government cooperated in introducing the economy some elements of economic expansion. Listen to this.
Naikwan and the government cooperated to introduce into our economy some element of economic expansion. That is a singular basis on which the government was involved with Naikwan, a private business. Right? And in so doing, the government would have assisted in every way possible to see that Naikwan becomes successful. That's the long and the short of that. But at the end of the day, public interest and private interest may not converge. Right? So what you're seeing there is Naikwan telling the court what the government did and what the government didn't do. But the government story is that when circumstances required, the government assisted.
So according to the Prime Minister, the government assisted. Well, nevertheless, let's wait patiently to see what is going to come out of that. Moving along, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has written to opposition leader Kamala Prasad Bisasa amidst and exploring the option available to us as parliamentarian to address the matter of the safety and security of the population. I find he take long to send that letter. In the letter dated September 16th, Dr. Rowley requested in writing the opposition leader proposal for discussion between the government and the opposition. Rowley said, after the opposition proposal are made, both parties can move to establish team comprising of 4 members each from both the government and the opposition to discuss the initiative purposed. Speaking at a press briefing, the PM stated that he had reached out to Prasad Bisasa, but things didn't go as planned, and it was made clear that further meetings were not on. Despite this, he said, the government was quite willing to use all provisions within the parliament for both sides of the bench to meet again. Listen to this.
When I became Prime Minister, I reached out to the opposition leader and set about thinking that I could have an arrangement where we will meet in mutual respect. I don't have to tell you that one of the problems that we have in the country is a total lack and loss of respect. Right? And as a result of that, after that first meeting, the way that first meeting went just made quite clear that future meetings were not on and they would serve no useful purpose. But in the parliament there's provision, and the government is quite willing to use all the provisions.
Now Trinidad and Tobago, the Prime Minister is admitting to us that he reached out the leader of the opposition, to hold talks concerning crime in Trinidad and Tobago. So now, in return, he is saying that the opposition leader made it clear that there are no other meetings going forward. Why not? Why not? So the Prime Minister is publicly saying that, hey, I am reaching out to you all. I sent a letter to you all. What is the key back now? So Kamala Ballin empty the clip now. You're talking about Matic and all kind of thing. Now when the Prime Minister reach out to you now, you want to play a ducking and you want to keep no meeting? Do you all really care about the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago? Or all you care about is reaching in power? I'm asking this now. All the time all I want to hold talks. All I blaming the government. Now the government reach out to all you. What they saying? No more meeting going forward. But you telling the people now to empty their gun and bandits? I find it rather funny now. So Lewis if Kamala now would come out and say, well, you know, we ain't going to have no meeting. Oh, yes, we're going to have a meeting. Because I played the video clip here tonight where the Prime Minister said, I am willing to meet. I showed you all the letter that was sent. So what is the opposition going to say now? We never get the letter? Call her good night.
Good night.
Go right ahead, you're live.
Yeah, Saeed.
Talk to me. Yes.
Yeah, here what's going on. This PNM government, all them billions they spend on national security, it's only now that they realize that they want to hold a meeting with the opposition leader. Also the president who make this suggestion, like she now get glasses, she wasn't seen all the time. Okay.
Thank you, my friend. So, I mean, all he talk about Rowley, like I said, I will hold them accountable because they are in position. They are the one representing the constituencies. They are the one representing the people. But he's telling us he reached out. And then they said we're not going to have anything again. How come? How come? Well, hopefully by tomorrow or the day after that, we're going to hear what the opposition leader have to say concerning this letter. Drop the letter. Concerning the letter that was sent from the Prime Minister to the opposition. This is the letter. This is the letter that was sent. So how come the opposition could say, according to Rowley, they don't want to go forward with it? So is whatever happened to we citizens happen then? It's sad. Now, staying on Dr. Rowley. He is standing by the works of the National Security Minister Fitzgerald Hines in doing to deal with crime, dismissing calls from the minister to be removed from the post. The PM denied reports of an impending cabinet shuffle and stated that he gave no signal to anyone that there will be any reshuffling. He said, while some people may accurately or accelerate their performance, the majority has a learning curve before they can start running again. Listen to this.
I really don't like being moved by the arbitrariness of social media. I can tell you that I gave no signal to anyone that there'll be any reshuffle. I have been in public life in the government. I served in a number of cabinets. I could tell you, reshuffling for reshuffling's sake does not improvement make. Because whenever you reshuffle the cabinet, rest assured that while some people, few people, may accelerate their performance, the majority of people have a learning curve before they can start running again.
Good night.
Yeah, hello, good night, Mr. Saeed.
Go right ahead, you're live, my friend.
Yeah, I'm calling. I just want to change the topic.
You get cut off? You really changed the topic from a call to a cut. Now, question about the performance of National Security Minister and called for his removal. Rowley stated that the people were also less pleased of his performance, but he also understood the work that is being done. Oh gosh, I'm gonna love this.
The performance of the Minister of National Security, there are some people who are less pleased with my own performance. I can tell you one thing. There's no minister in the cabinet against whom more call is made for his removal than me. So, understand? I understand where it comes from and I understand how it goes, but I also understand the work that is being done.
So I want to ask Dr. Rowley, the performance of Gary Griffith and the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago rating Gary Griffith for a job well done in his 3-year term, compared to the Minister of National Security presently, what are you going to say? No, call her good night.
Saeed, present good night.
To you, my dear, go right ahead.
Saeed, he ain't going to move Hines there because he's a waste of time, Hines is a waste of time. So, too well met. And you see them 3 people, Saeed, I ain't talking no English tonight. Something about those 3 persons that take that loan, something ain't mentioned, because I can't see up to now that not one of those people bring in that motor car. So you have to look into that to see if that was not conspiracy between the 3 of them.
Nah.
Because I'm telling you, from our old head, it smells fishy. It don't look fishy, it smells fishy. Because you can't be seeing your name across a screen, your photo across a screen every night, and all you're not responding at all. What happened to the army? The army not investigating this woman that her picture is on the paper. Them, all of them supposed to be protecting and serving. They are the military in the country. And this is what you doing, shaming the army. You're shaming Trinidad and Tobago. You're shaming the army you're representing. And you're shaming yourself and family. Why none of them are bringing those vehicles yet? Something ain't smelling right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my dear. But we already made checks. The 3 of them not related in any way. It was no conspiracy. But I do understand what you're saying. They just decide to be foolish. They just decide to act stupid. And they want the public to know them. So if they want the public to know them, I'm doing that. That is what I'm doing. Imagine in 4 or 5 years lending money. This is the only 3 people that did that. And they tell themselves that, you know, Saeed won't put me on TV, and Saeed can't do that, and Saeed can't do that because I defamation of character. What I said there for what? They go get their ass deaf with me ringing it on TV. I keep saying, it's not Republic Bank, you know. But they go send out 99 letters for you. Me? 99 letters? No. No. I do things different. So listen to this now, viewers. We stay in with Rowley. Rowley said the government is also ensuring that the necessary technology countermeasures are in place, and added that the government are taking steps to deal with drones and shut it down. He noted that they are also ensuring that persons inside of the prison do less in facilitating the damage of equipment meant to make the prison a safe place. Ooh.
The question of drones being used to connect people who are incarcerated with people outside, we are taking steps to deal with that, to shut it down, and we are also ensuring that the people who are inside of the prison do less and less in facilitating the immobilizing of equipment which is meant to make the prison a secure place for those who are under law deemed to reside in there.
So Trinidad and Tobago, since our friends were highlighting the 3 persons that took a loan and did not pay their loan, and they did not drop back or did not drop their collateral. We go run a picture one more time just for that. There's courtesy, Shrina, you know. So we have Vinu Dipchan, apartment 4, Light Pole 76, John Street, Chagonas, Montrose. Last known address and the vehicle. $10,000 is being offered to any member of the public who bring this vehicle for Real Talk. 10,000. Now the way times hard. Also, Narissa Mohammed, last known address, P.O. Box 56, Pajia Road, Extension in Tunapuna. And we are also paying $10,000 for this. Imagine. Anyhow, let me finish this one. Raquel Baines Rosano. Lot number 3, Solomon Street, Maya Road, last known address. We are also paying $10,000 for this. I'm telling you. So hear this now. Imagine they come like bandits now, you know. Yeah. They come like bandits now, you know. You see, they tell themselves that sidecar do them nothing. Sidecar do them nothing. One time a guy called, he said, Side, why do some spirit work for them? Me do spirit work for them? No. That's not a spiritual problem. That is a physical problem. And I am addressing it the physical way. Yes, the physical way. The only thing I do here is put a picture on papers. Last known address and what I'm looking for. They're going and scatter to Trinidad and Tobago. And they can't hide no way. They can't hide. So what I'm doing here is the best option I have. There's a lot of things I could do, you know. There's a lot of things I could do. A lot of things I could do. But nevertheless, Kamala condemns PM in replacing Hines. The continued tenure of Fitzgerald Hines as National Security Minister has once again incurred Pasal Bisa expressed her disappointment after Prime Minister prevented any such expectations and called on Rowley to put the citizens' lives first and select a competent person to hold our National Security Ministry and the apparatus. So I want to tell Kamala tonight, since the Prime Minister wrote you a letter to talk about crime, there's a term like this, put your money where your mouth is. So let's see now, instead of Kamala condemn crime on the PNM administration side, if Kamala would actually now go forward with meeting the Prime Minister and his cabinet, so Kamala and her colleagues, together with the PM and his colleagues, in talks about how to fix Trinidad and Tobago. And I will tell her something. If both parties come together, I believe Gary Griffith is one of the spokesperson for UNC also. So if they come together to try and fix Trinidad and Tobago, it will be so nice, you know. It will be so nice. Well, we could actually walk the road 11, 12 o'clock in the night and nobody to hamper us. It will be so nice. But when one party condemning the administration and the other party don't want to meet, there's a bacchanal right there. It will show that, hey, wherever the Prime Minister say, that's his business. We're not supporting, but we need both sides to have discussions. Now, on the flip side of this, the Minister of National Security, together with the Commissioner of Police, they're supposed to be on the ground, you know. They're supposed to be on the ground, seeking the people's interest. But when we have a lame Commissioner of Police, and we have a layback Minister of National Security, we ain't go get nothing done. Take what I'm telling earlier. 160 years. Hey, let me tell you, hear this now. You think our Commissioner of Police, who is 60 years old, you think she's going to fight up with crime? When you're 60 years old, we just want to retire. We just want to rock back. We just want to play with grandchildren. We just want to go for a vacation. You think she's going to fight up with crime? No. And she's setting the example in Trinidad and Tobago because we are seeing it. The first 100 days, you give yourself excellent. I gave you excellent for not coming forward with a plan. That is the excellent I gave you. And you're quite right. You're quite right. You rate yourself excellent for no productive plan. Excellent in failing the first 100 days. Excellent in not bringing up a proper plan. Excellent in not answering questions on why your plan failed. Let me tell you something. You were excellent. I had to give you a round of applause for that. I have to give you a clap for that. Excellent in not doing anything. And you continue to be excellent in not doing anything. Take what I'm telling you. But nevertheless, you know who I want to commend tonight? The police officers. Because they already know that the Commissioner of Police have failed in bringing up proper strategies. So the police themselves now are working out strategies now to help the citizen. Because we have a lame horse who is the Minister of National Security, followed by a next lame individual who clocking 60 could be senile anytime. I'm telling you, it's real talk all I get whether I want to hear it or not. This is the reality of the world we're living in. So police coming up with their own strategy now to try and fix it. So we're out of time for tonight. But nevertheless, you are viewing Real Talk with Saieed Ali. We are live on Synergy Network Monday to Friday. Presently, we are the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago, and we're going to continue holding that. So remember, viewers, our run of this program is tomorrow from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. I will be right back here for another night of Real Talk with Saieed Ali live. Until then, good night.